Hello class and welcome back to our JavaScript class. In our previous classes we have covered content on HTML and we have also covered content on CSS, and now we want to introduce JavaScript, and we start with the first lesson in JavaScript, Introduction to JavaScript. In this lesson we define what is JavaScript and we look at the applications or the uses of JavaScript when it comes to web development. So JavaScript is one of the main programming language of the web, and JavaScript can be used to perform mathematical calculations. It can be used to manipulate data. It can be used to validate the data within the web application. It can also be used to update and change dynamically the HTML elements using the document object model, and it can also be used to change the CSS styling dynamically. So if you are thinking of becoming a web developer or a professional web developer, then you cannot do without learning the JavaScript. And therefore JavaScript is one of the three programming languages, or one of the three languages, let me say languages instead of programming languages, which you must learn if you want to become a web developer. The other two are the HTML language, which is the hypertext markup language, and we have already looked at it, and HTML is basically used to define the content of the web page. The CSS, on the other hand, is used to define the layout and the styling of the web page. The JavaScript now as a programming language is now used to write the programs that define or control the behavior of the web page, therefore making your web page an application which has some functionalities that the user can perform. Without the JavaScript as a programming language, then your web page may not have some dynamic behavior which makes it an application. So with that content said, I want now to pause this a particular lesson at this point, and then in our next subsequent lesson we advance more on the concept of JavaScript and see how we can create our first JavaScript program. So with that said, I want to pause here and thank you for joining this class, and see you in our next class.